Welcome to the Refold Japanese Discord server. I wanted to make this video really quick just as a guide for how to find the answer to your questions as quickly as possible and how to properly ask a question in the Discord server. It's really important that you guys follow this guide because all of the mods and members are volunteering their time in order to help everybody learn the method and get on the right track. So 99% of the questions that we get are already answered in the resources provided. So we want to make sure that you guys can not only find the answer to your question as quickly as possible, but also make sure to respect the time of the mods and members so that they have time to immerse themselves because they are language learners also. So the first thing you want to do if you have a question or if you're confused is to make sure to check out the articles on the Refold website. You don't have to read every single article, but I would definitely recommend checking out stage 0 as well as stage 1. These are going to answer most of your early on questions and also give you an overview of the method and how to properly execute the method. Once you've read these articles, you're going to want to come over to the Discord and then check out the Start Here section. This link right here is the unofficial Stage 1 guide. This is basically how to apply Refold to Japanese specifically. Refold is language agnostic, so this gives you all of the specifics of how to apply it to Japanese specifically. It goes through step by step, and basically this guide will last you the first 6 months to a year. So make sure you go through it slowly, step by step. Don't get overwhelmed by the fact that all of this text is there. You just do it part by part and work your way through the steps. Once you've read those resources, before asking a question, make sure to check out the FAQ. There's a lot of questions that are asked quite often, and we have answers for them provided. So this is the quickest way to get answers to these questions. So make sure that your question isn't already answered here. The only FAQ I want to bring specific attention to is FAQ 1. You guys will probably see this a lot in the Discord, FAQ 1, FAQ 1. One of the most important parts about immersion learning is accepting ambiguity. This was really hard for me at first too, and it takes a while to really get used to, and it's frustrating when people just say immerse more. But honestly, this isn't because we don't want to answer your question, but because we really do think that learning these things through immersion and just accepting that you're not going to understand the answer to these things for a long time until you get lots of exposure to them is the best way to learn. The whole point of the method is to constantly search for low-hanging fruit. So the sooner you can get used to this idea of if you can't figure out the answer with a quick Google search, if you can't figure out the answer with a quick dictionary search, if you're just having problems understanding a specific thing, make note of it in your head and move on. As you get more immersion, you'll really start to understand these concepts that really kind of like are hanging you up. So after you've gone through the articles on the Refold website, the FAQ, the Start Here section, there's one last thing that you should do before asking a question. Go into the beginner questions or the methodology Q&A, whichever one you think is appropriate, and hit Control F. I think it's Open Apple F or Alt F on Mac, and this will do a search in that channel. So maybe you're wondering, what is Tango that everybody keeps talking about? And if you can see, things that are relevant to that search will show up. Oh, somebody asked that. So you can jump to that and then read through and see what other people are saying about that question. This will be the quickest way to get the answer to your question and save a lot of time for the people that are answering questions. If you do all of these things and you still can't find the answer, go into the appropriate channel and you can actually ask the question. In beginner questions and methodology Q&A, another good way to make sure that your question is seen, because there can be a lot of questions in these and then a lot of answers to those questions, is make sure to do exclamation point, question, and then ask your question. This will make sure that your question isn't overlooked because it'll tag it, and then one of the moderators will hopefully get to your question as soon as they can. So that's basically all that you need to know. Good luck, and remember, we're always here to answer questions, but always try and find the answer to your question first. It's not just for our benefit, but it's also for your benefit, because searching for the answer will trigger to your brain that it's important, and through the act of searching for that, you'll also understand the method more thoroughly because you'll be looking through these resources. All right, good luck.